I'm actually doing a full check-in today because I'm not like extremely busy for a couple of days. I know that the last couple of videos have been a little bit on the shorter side for me, but it's been interesting reflecting on everything, especially with music, being an artist, and taking a small break from the videos. I mean, if you're new here, let me introduce myself. That's what YouTubers do, right? My name is North Dakota, I make music, and I've been making a video every day for the last 196 days. So it's been a lot of days, and a couple of them have been a little shorter. Many of them have been longer, and I've been planning these videos out every day. I've been making sure that I take the time out during the day for them, whether I have work or I'm doing something for my moving or anything like that. I always take the time to make these videos. And so it's interesting to me because I wanted to talk a little bit about something as an artist that may feel not motivational, but also motivational at the same time. I'm not sure if the goal is to be motivational, but just to be authentic and be as straightforward as possible when I say that I have been so excited for my new release. Some of it's playing in the background right now, so you get to hear my new song, and it's called Bored. And the interesting thing about Bored is that I didn't promote it very much. I did a couple little videos here and there, but I wanted to kind of experiment with social media and how it would work if I presented the song a couple times versus ad nauseum, because a lot of things with music marketing is that people tend to present the song ad nauseum in the way that TikTok works. If you liked it once, it pops up again and again and again and again. And same with other social media, right? And so there's a song that there's a phenomenon where people get tired of hearing your song if they see your TikToks and see snippets, and they don't feel like connected to it anymore because the way that they were listening to it was either on trend or just a specific part and the song hadn't really truly come out. And so one song that I think of that as an example is Devil's a Lie by Tommy Richmond. I actually really like that song. It's really good. But because it didn't come out like quickly, just because of our attention spans, social media, how things work that way, and he promoted it, and then people started using it as a trend and for their TikToks and stuff. And people were like, well, I'm tired of this. I hear it all the time. Like, whatever. At this point, I don't even care about it. Just tell me when it drops. Or like, I don't want to listen to it anymore. I'm tired of it, blah, blah. And a lot of those people do come back as listeners, but what you want is, like, to me, people who search for your music actively, hear new music, search for your art actively. It doesn't necessarily have to be music, but I'm using music in this context. And so I promoted the song a little bit. I didn't promote it a lot. I probably did a few videos on it, maybe 5 or 6, but I wanted to see how people would respond without, showing it ad nauseum, as I said. And so looking at it now, the song has been out for a few days, and it actually has like 108 streams. Now, you may not think that's a lot, and I understand. On the road to 10 million streams, feels like 108 is not a lot, because I have been on that journey since the start of the year. But it is to me, because right now my monthly listeners is sitting at about 1,000, and to have that many people listen to a song off the start is actually pretty solid, considering how little advertising marketing I did. I just talked about the song a little bit, teased it a little bit, and then dropped it. And so I think that there's a different way to approach music marketing, especially with people's attention spans, socials, everything like that. You want an authentic group, and there's a phenomenon, especially with TikTok and everything, where artists are like tired of TikTok in a way. And this could be a whole conversation in itself, and I'll shorten it. But we see it with Steve Lacy, right? Or any other artist that you can think of that got big off of one song on Spotify, but they had a loyal fan group that listened to their music every time it came out. I was a big Steve Lacy fan, even before Bad Habit. I really liked Steve Lacy. I love the internet. I love Sid. I love that group. And so, like, to see that blow up was awesome, because you want your artist that you like or whatever to be exposed to more people and get the recognition that they deserve as a talented person. But also, a lot of people listen to that one song and then they kind of become hecklers, like almost haters, right? Like if they don't play that one song, they get mad, or they feel like entitled to that song, or they feel like that person has to play the song forever because that was the song that they saw like Little Jimmy hit the floss to, whatever. So a lot of times it can make it even harder when a song blows up that way. But I think if you can grow a loyal fan group at the same time as introducing people to your music, not quite ad nauseum, but going through the categories of your, or the catalog of your music in an authentic, organic way, it could help a lot. And for me, one of the things that I do, you know, doing this challenge and learning how to make videos and also having some social media presence as someone who doesn't typically have one, is rotate through my songs. I don't play the same songs over and over and over again when I make TikToks. I'll show one song maybe once or twice, then I'll rotate to a different song, then I'll rotate to a different song. And the catalog that I have lets it so that a lot of those songs can kind of rotate a good bit. Like I have a good bit of songs in my catalog that I can kind of bounce back and forth between. And so these are the kinds of things that I've learned about music marketing and being authentic and showing your personality and showing that side, but also just wanting people to find your music in a way that doesn't hurt you and doesn't hurt them, right? So that's kind of what I've been doing. And on the update of the 10 million streams of Spotify, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm at 1.7 now. I haven't moved since last week, I think, that I've talked about it, but we're getting pretty far. To get 10 million streams would be awesome, mainly because I set a goal and achieved it, not necessarily the number. Really, the number is arbitrary. It's just more so about hitting that, right? Just like hitting the one video every day for a year. A year is arbitrary, but it's what I want to hit. So setting my own goals to be able to feel accomplished. And that's the whole point. But learning about music marketing, learning about how to market myself and be authentic and everything has been very interesting. And I hope that you learned something from it. If there's something that you want to talk about that worked for you as an artist or as a person or someone with a social media presence or not, or why you kind of worried to get on there, let me know in the comments. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow.